honesty, creating a box for yourself is more dangerous than experiencing the unknown. And let me tell you why. Because when you limit yourself to a life of what I know, this is what I know and this is what I'm going to do because I know it, you're excluding all of the opportunities and all the amazing things that could have possibly happened. And the only thing that you're going to see when you get to your grave is that you regret not trying. And the thing about not trying, and the thing that's most scary about it, is that you cannot go back in time to try it again. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be getting you from where you are now, which is probably limited beliefs, limited lifestyle, not open to new things, and we're going to take you to your dream life, your most luxurious mentality. Because obviously if you click the video, then you're having some trouble with getting yourself from where you are to where you want to be. So I am here to help you today. But first, if you are not subscribed to this channel, click subscribe right now. If you watch 2, 3, 4, 5 of my videos, click subscribe right now. But if you're new here, I'm gonna give you a little bit of grace. Wait till the end of the video and see if you want to stick around. But I'm telling you right now, you're gonna want to. I'm telling you right now, it's fun over here and we love to be here. So if you want to be part of the Real Impulse / Makita, because you know, brand owner and CEO, luxempulse. Anyways, let's get into advice number 1. Number 1 is get rid of the self-made labels, okay? Every time you're telling yourself, I'm not creative, I'm not luxurious, I'm not a chef. Like every time you tell yourself, I'm not, you're causing your brain to think like that is who you are. That is who I'm meant to be. When in reality, you are meant to be whoever you care to be at any given point in any given moment. So the first thing that I need y'all to do is get yourself out of the box that you created for yourself, because you don't belong there. Get yourself into the lifestyle that you are meant to live, which is I am whoever I want to be. I am whoever I feel my most happiness in. So it's not that you're not creative, it's that you're not thinking of creative thoughts. So when I say that, I mean just because you say you're not creative, you're just gonna not try. You're not gonna think of a color to put on the book. You're not gonna think of a idea to record for that video. You're just not even gonna try to think of it. If you tell yourself I'm not a runner, you're never gonna go on a run. If you tell yourself I am a runner, you're gonna go outside, you're gonna get your gear on, you're gonna go outside, you're gonna start running. You're a runner now. You are what you do in that moment. Just because you don't do it as often as the next person or as many times as the other person did in their life doesn't mean that you're not. So telling yourself that you're not something just because you already predetermined it for yourself, it causes a blockage in developing the best version of you. The best version of you has to try a lot of things, has to experiment with a lot of things, and has to put labels of I am many so that I can become many. If you give yourself only 2, 3 labels, you're only going to act on those 2, 3 labels, and anything outside of that is going to create an identity crisis. We don't want that over here. That's not luxurious. So get yourself outside of the box that you created for yourself. With that being said, number 2 is to embrace uncertainty. Every day you wake up, you're not supposed to know what's going to happen and who you're going to be and what you want to be. Future and fate of all. Like, you're just supposed to wake up and choose to be this person in the moment that you are and be grateful that you got to experience it. Because what I find is that when people get into positions that they are not used to, they start to crumble. They start to shy away from it. They start to believe that that's not what they're meant to be and meant to do in this life, when in reality you're meant to be and do whatever you feel is best for yourself in that moment. Just because you break up with your boyfriend, just because you move to a different state, just because you start that program that you've been dying to enter since like freshman year of high school and now you're going to college now, just because you do all of those things does not mean that it's gonna go bad just because you never experienced that kind of life before. Life without a significant other is not bad if you make the most of it. Life in a new environment, if like let's say I live in New York and now I move to like what, Texas, now I'm living in Texas, that doesn't mean that Texas is going to be bad for me just because it's not New York. There's pros and cons to everything. You need to embrace it all to gauge how you really feel about it. So I would recommend embracing things that you're not comfortable with. That's a better way to put it. Embrace the things that you're not comfortable with, because those are the things, I promise you, those are the things that are the most worth it. They are the best things that will happen to you. Number 3 is detaching from the past, which also stems from comfort. A lot of people go back to what they know because it's comfortable. It's because it's what they're used to, what they know. They know if they do this, this is going to happen. And a lot of people find comfort in that because there's not much thinking that you have to do. There's not much thinking involved when you're comfortable in the area that you're in. But the thing about being uncomfortable is that it breaks you and molds you back up. Being uncomfortable, it breaks all the predetermined beliefs that you have about yourself, and it molds you into this new person who sees things as it is and loves it there. The thing about being uncomfortable is that you're creating your most comfortable self. I know it's ironic in the way that it's said, but that is exactly what's happening. You have to let go of what happened, and you have to embrace what is in front of you and what's coming ahead. You can't keep holding on to things that happened already, because it's clearly not there for you anymore for a reason. It's clearly left your life for a reason. So to go back to it, you're only bringing yourself back. And when you think of it, you're setting your own self back, because you keep going in a loop. You keep going in a circle. This circle, it's not going to change just because you're in a different year. It's the same thing in a different year, which means you're not moving forward. You're not leveling up. You're still enclosed in the box that you created for yourself. And I need you guys to get out of the box you created to get into the luxury life, luxury mentality, best self lifestyle. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I know you are. In all honesty, creating a box for yourself is more dangerous than experiencing the unknown. And let me tell you why. Because when you limit yourself to a life of what I know, this is what I know, and this is what I'm going to do because I know it, you're excluding all of the opportunities and all the amazing things that could have possibly happened. And the only thing that you're going to see when you get to your grave is that you regret not trying. And the thing about not trying, and the thing that's most scary about it, is that you cannot go back in time to try it again. You only get one time to try it really good. And I mean, like, really put your best foot forward. Sometimes it's you're trying it with no kids. You're trying it with no debt. You're trying it with no baggage. Like, you're trying it freely. And this is going to be probably your only chance to try it freely. So I want you guys to think about that when you're thinking about, do I really want to do this? Remember that there's a lot of people who are begging gods, whatever God they believe in, begging the universe to get in the position that they already placed you in. You already in the position that people are begging, dreaming, manifesting for, and you're deciding to put yourself in a box because you're scared? Let's be a little bit serious, guys. Let's be a little bit serious. So I'm just letting you know, get yourself out the box into uncomfort so that you can develop your new comfort. Now that you've taken yourself out of the box, I need you to now curate the environment for your newfound self. Advice number 4. When we're talking about curating our environment, that means placing ourselves in positions of power for us. So if you want to be, let's say, an actress, right? You're not gonna go to the financial district in Wall Street. You're gonna go to Broadway, okay? If you want to be a chef, you're not gonna go to Target customer service section and apply for a job. You're gonna go to Olive Garden, get some experience. The thing about upgrading your environment and curating it to your needs of what you desire is that you are being strategic about the person that you are creating. Because remember that when you're developing this lifestyle, this energy, this mentality, you're making sure that what you see in the mirror is who you are desiring, right? So the only way that you're going to become who you desire is to live it every day. You're not going to get there by saying, I wish, I plead, I pray, and I hope, without doing any work. You got to do something. So you're going to go to the environment that you want to be in. You're going to dress like the person of the environment. You want to be a chef, you need to wear stuff that chefs wear. You want to be an actress, you need to start putting on costumes and putting on a show for people. You want to be an influencer, you better be influencing, all right? The thing about stepping outside of your comfort zone and then creating your environment is that you are now the author on top of the storyteller, because you're rewriting who you want to become, and then you have to express it so that people embrace you as that. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, at the end of the day, if people do not see you as that, your self will not be shifted. People put people in positions of power. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. People put people in positions of power. If nobody sees you as powerful, you're not gonna have power over them. Are you seeing what I am saying? So let me bring this home. If you want to become the person that you want to be, you need to write it down for yourself, embrace it, show it, have other people embrace it, and that is how you become that. Curating your life makes everything worthwhile. All the hard work you're putting on in the back by planning it, being strategic, acting like it, applying to jobs like it, all of this stuff is not just for funsies. It's not cutesies. It's to curate the entire luxury, dreamy, aspirational, desirable lifestyle that you have been trying to reach for a very long time. You need to understand that an intentional environment curates the exact desired lifestyle and mindset that you are looking for. Number 5, and I know this one is hard with social media and being able to see other people's lives, but you have to stop comparing yourself. Your journey is your own, regardless of if this person reached it there and this person did it in this amount of time and this person knew this person and that's why they got there and that's why you're not there. You need to release yourself from the shackles of comparison, because let me tell you something. You keep comparing yourself to the next person, you know what you're doing? You're wasting time and energy on something that has nothing to do with your increase in luxury, your increase in your desired mindset. You need to stop wasting time and energy on things that you cannot change, because at the end of the day, people are gonna be where they're at regardless of how you feel like they got there. Let me say that again for you. People are going to be where they're at regardless of how you feel they got there. So instead of wasting your time and energy and efforts on trying to figure out how did they get there so fast and how did they do it and why not me, start thinking about how you can pick up the pace, how you can do you against you and get yourself up there. Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you every single time, because it's you who has to live with it. It's you who has to think about it every day. It's you who's with you 25/8. Okay, so let's make sure that we're not wasting time and energy and valuable efforts on thinking of somebody else. Number 6, and I hope you guys take this one with a grain of salt, okay? But this one is to invest in your personal development. So when I say this, I mean buy a book, buy a course, go to school, get a mentor. Like, invest in who you want to become. Don't invest in who you are now, because clearly that's not who you want to be. Don't be funny, but invest in who you want to be. If you want to be a hairdresser, go to hair school. If you want to be a barber, go to barber school. You know, just put time, effort, and money into who you want to be. But when I say take it with a grain of salt, I mean don't overly invest. Because a lot of the times these gurus and these Instagram teachers, they want to tell you like, oh yeah, if you buy this 16-week course and do it in 3 days, you're going to be like way ahead of everybody else. Like, don't overly invest time and money into developing yourself. Sometimes you're not a project. Sometimes you are just you. And as you're leveling up, you're still hitting different points and personalities and realities of who you are. So embrace all of those levels, but still know the goal and know where you're trying to get to. But don't obsess over being a project, because you're not a project, because that can also destroy your mentality. And I'm all about mental health, and I just don't want y'all to think that, oh, after all this stuff, you just want me to fix who I am, because there's nothing wrong with you. But if you do want better for yourself, these are the steps that you can take to do it. But don't overly do it. Don't put yourself at a place where I gotta get better, I gotta get better, I gotta get better. I don't take breaks. I don't want, like, sometimes you need a break, sometimes you need a moment. I'm just saying, invest in yourself, but do it with clarity, do it with intention. Don't just do it because I have to get better. I have to be better than this person. Because at the end of the day, you're comparing yourself to somebody else, like we just said not to. And it's not healthy to always feel like something is wrong. Because sometimes it just is. It's just okay. But that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you made it to the end of the video and you're new, subscribe right now because I know you loved it because you made it to the end of the video. Follow me on Instagram at Makita, MAK3DA_. Follow my business page on Instagram at luxempulse. And follow my business page on TikTok at luxempulse. And I will see y'all in the next one, which will be... At this point, y'all know I don't know. Stop asking me questions I don't know the answer to. But I'll see y'all later.